officials, our referee, El Martinez, our judges, Jim Backshaw, Rocky Burke, and Joel Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing in the blue corner, he is from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He comes here today with a record of 2 wins and 1 draw, 1 knockout. He weighs in at 145½ pounds. He stands 5'9". He's 23 years of age, wearing black with turquoise. A warm welcome for Charles Poison Anaya. Ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, he is from Ciudad de Juarez, Mexico. He weighs in at 152 pounds, 5'7", 29 years of age. He is wearing blue. His record, 6 wins, 10 losses, and 2 knockouts. Here is JUAN NUNEZ. Four rounds of boxing.
JUAN NUNEZ out of Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, coming in at 6-10 record, 2 KOs. Charlie Anaya undefeated, 2-0, 1 draw, 1 knockout. And Bob, interesting enough, we started to mention Anaya took a bit of a vacation from February '92 until Feb '96, and it's something to do with his brother. When his brother Henry quit, he sort of like soured Charlie for 4 years and took a 4-year hiatus.
Yeah, he did. He, you know, they're a fighting family, the Anayas, and they've been very successful and before Danny Romero and Johnny Tapia, they were the guys to watch here in Albuquerque. Henry Anaya was the comer, but he had an unfortunate accident, had a finger amputated, and was out of the business, and they had to, you know, it had an effect on his kid brother, Charles, and Charles kind of left the business alone. He felt like, gee, every time I went to the gym, it reminded me of my brother, and you know, so he got out of the business. And I think the activity here recently with the Romeros and the Tapias, and here's a nice combination by Charles Anaya. You know, he started to figure, hey, this is a heck of a town, a fight town to be from, and I better get it cranked back up and get to work.
Well, he's still only 23 years of age. Turned 24 in December. Got plenty of time to catch up. Scheduled for 4.
And you can see Nunez here is a game veteran. You can tell looking at him that he's a veteran of a lot of fights. We might not necessarily have them on his record here,
well,
but
he's 29 years of age, and in Mexico, odds are he started his pro career at 17 or 16. But his record that we can verify has him coming in today at 6-10 with only 2 knockouts, as we're almost halfway gone here in round number 1.
Those are probably the times he's fought in the United States.
Yeah, that's.
And here,
pushes him to
Charles gets on his head a little bit
for pushing in the back of the head. That's Nunez. He's in the purple shorts. Charlie Anaya, he's in the black. Nice, good jab. Nice left uppercut.
You can see Nunez, though, changing the angle there, bringing his head down and not sitting there just as a sitting duck for the young Anaya, who's you know, having a real good first round.
And you could tell that Anaya has that seasoned look about him, even though this is only his 4th professional fight. That he came from a boxing family, Bob. Probably had a lot of amateur fights.
Oh yeah, he's had several Golden Gloves titles here in Albuquerque, and I think he won the state of New Mexico before. And there's a nice exchange of punches by both fighters, body and then coming up to the head. No, he's a veteran fighter. You can tell looking at him, good balance. He's relaxed in there, although he's got a little excited with that overhand right. But I think he probably looked at all the activity going on down here, and as we said to earlier in the broadcast, the opportunity for a prelim fighter to be able to fight in front of 8,000–10,000 fans. You know, it's not too many guys get an opportunity like that unless they're brought in as an opponent. So they probably looked around what's going on in this town and said, hey, we can be a part of this.
Right. Referee counts that as a knockdown. It looked like a slip to us as we come to the end of round number 1. A very good one for Charlie Anaya. Back in the corner with JUAN NUNEZ. Every bit of his 29 years of age. coming in with an established record of 6-10. Refuses to sit down between rounds.
He's in tip-top shape.
We take a look at action from round number 1. Nice right-hand lead. Drops Nunez to the ground. Take a look at it from another angle. Anaya's got some pretty good punching power. He's got his one comeback fight thus far. He stopped Jesus Miraz back in February of '96 in 1 round. Round number 2 scheduled for 4. These are welterweights. Charlie Anaya, he's in the solid black. JUAN Nunez out of Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. He's in the purple. 1 knockdown came in the first round. Anaya dropping Nunez. Good left-right combination.
It's funny when having watched his brother several times, you know, he's got a completely different style than Henry Anaya, who was a full-blown body puncher. You know, he'd get his head in your chest and just work that body over and wore guys out. And
good right-hand lead by Anaya.
Yeah, this kid's a lot more of a boxer, but he's got that nice balance. You know, everything right down the middle. He doesn't get over his feet, and he's fainting here with Nunez a little bit. But Nunez is a tricky guy. You can see he's trying to set him up and you know, hit him with some big shots, because he certainly doesn't have a chance to win this fight by scoring punches evenly throughout the rounds.
Minute gone by in round number 2. It's scheduled for 4. Interestingly enough, when Anaya turned pro at 18 years of age back in April of '91, before he took the 4-year layoff, he turned pro at a junior lightweight. He weighed 129 pounds. Of course, today he's coming in as a full-blown welterweight, 145, 147. But obviously, growing up, he's 23 years of age now, put on a little weight.
Yeah, but I mean, he wears it nicely.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
he's got a good frame for a welterweight.
He might have even put on a little height since then. Assume that he didn't stop growing when he was 18.
There you see the veteran Nunez take something off those punches as he backs straight up into the corner, but Anaya doesn't make him pay for that indiscretion.
Just about a minute to go here in round number 2. Coming to you from the pit in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal along with Bob Spagnola. Been 1 knockdown thus far in the fight. Nunez tasting the canvas from a left-right combination by Anaya. Anaya dropping in some good punches there. Nunez, though, showing that chin of a journeyman Mexican fighter.
Chin down, and he's right there like Absorbine Jr. But Anaya's making him work, you know, moving around, using a little lateral movement around. Always moving in the same direction and boxing him, which is, you know, tactics like that will confuse both a lot of south of the border veterans.
Coming to the end of round number 2. This will be a scheduled 4-rounder. What is happening with his brother right now, Bob? Henry Anaya.
I believe he's got his own construction company, so he's left. He always worked construction, you know, even when he was fighting, and I think he's you know, gone into business for himself. He was a very popular guy here locally, and I think that you know, some of the that he had you know, didn't hurt that popularity at all.
For 2. Anaya landing some good shots. Those shots were as good as the shots, in my opinion, that dropped Nunez in the first round, Bob. And Nunez hung in there.
Yeah, certainly that was a better timed combination. Both shots right on the money.
Round number 3. This will be scheduled for 4. These are undefeated Charlie Anaya. He's in the black shorts. JUAN Nunez. He's in the purple. Anaya coming in 2-0, 1 draw, 1 knockout. He dropped Nunez in the first round.
Right hook there. One of his best punches of the fight. Didn't seem to have much effect on him.
Almost like a wake-up call for Anaya, who comes storming right back. Good uppercut in the in-close by Anaya.
He landed a good uppercut in there, but I think really his game is on the outside with this guy. He doesn't want to sit in here and wrestle with him and try to get off a clean shot. I think dropping 1-2s and coming back with the left hook is what will really pay dividends for him. That's a style he needs to. And there we see Nunez over there complaining about something.
The heads were getting a little sloppy and close too.
The way he's shaking himself, though, is I don't know if it was. Look at those eyes, those cheekbones and that nose, aren't he? This guy's had more than 20 professional fights.
And he's all 29 years of age. Again, substantiate record, at least in the United States, of 6-10. Sitting duck for that right hand over the top by Anaya. Nunez falls to the ground again. Did that profusely through the first round, including a knockdown. So we're halfway gone in round number 3.
You're home, you know, you take a few of those and take advantage of them. He doesn't want Nunez's head in there, and he's not hesitating to get on top of it whenever they're in those clinches to try to keep it away from him.
Lands. Still more than a minute to go here in round number 3, and Anaya really teeing off now on Nunez. Nunez showing a very good chin. He was down in the round 1. But he's tried to claim that was a slip.
I think he's been hit harder than that since then, and wore it well.
Exactly.
Another good 1-2 by Anaya there in the center of the ring. They keep telling him in the corner, set up, you know, just, you know, get set, get started, and finish those combinations. See the value of this amateur experience that Anaya has had. I mean, you know, you learn how to fight. You have 100 amateur fights or so, and it stays with you. Regardless of that, as they exchange good punches here at the end of the round.
You're spacing yourself too far, okay? You get him last round. Last round. Shake hands in the middle of the ring, okay?
There we see the Anaya family, the father there putting some Vaseline on him.
Action from round number 3. That's when the head started to get sloppy and close.
But you see Anaya, you know, holding his hands there, keeping his forearm in and his hands on the inside to protect himself, a sign of a veteran fighter.
Fourth and final round. Charlie Anaya, he's in the black shorts. Juan Nunez in the purple. One knockdown in the fight back in the first round. Nunez tasting the canvas from a combination punch by Anaya. Bob and I had discussed last round. Anaya's hit him a lot harder since then. Nunez, though, weathering the storm. Nice fluid motion, showing all the years of amateur experience. And just in a lot of cases, Bob, the maturity. He turned pro the first time at 18 years of age. Now he comes back at 23. That 5 years, at least in my life, made a big difference, and I'm sure in yours as well.
Oh, hey, absolutely. Those 5 years teach you a lot of things about life, not just in the ring either.
Tend to listen a lot better, too, to instruction. Nice overhand right by Anaya. Nunez again manages to take it.
Nunez answering back a little bit there with a couple of shots to the body, but has not been very offensive minded here in this fight, but sometimes those guys are very. Now here he's coming around in the last round. This was originally scheduled for a 6 and changed to a 4, and he probably knows he's got more than that in the tank, and he might get a little aggressive here at the end.
We're just about halfway gone here in the 4th and final round. Bob had mentioned originally scheduled for a 6, dropped down to a 4. I think Anaya just happy to be from Albuquerque and on the card with Danny Romero. As we mentioned throughout the show, really adds to a big boxing resurgence in this area between Tapia and Romero.
I mean, you can't say enough about that. To be a prelim fighter and have opportunities to you know, get on an undercard like this, it's just the thrill of a lifetime. Whether or not you'll ever get to be a main event of a show of that magnitude yourself, they'll never be able to take that away from you.
Good left uppercut lands, thrown from the outside by Anaya.
He's taking his time. He's not, you know, trying to go all out and get this guy out of there. I think he realizes this is a veteran fighter, and he's going to give him his due and go out there. He's got his left hand all the way down at his side now, and he's trying to get some leverage from that and tee off on JUAN NUNEZ here in the last 30 seconds of the fight.
Anaya looking to improve to 3-0 with 1 draw. As we're closing here in the 4th and final round, looks unlikely that he'll get his 2nd knockout. First career knockout coming back in February when he came back against Jesus Meraz right here in Albuquerque. Of course, he's the brother of Henry Anaya. That'll be the end of the fight. And Bob, I got to say, unofficially, Charlie Anaya pitches a shutout here. JUAN NUNEZ, after being dropped in the 1st round, just wasn't going to go anyplace.
No, he was looking to survive, but still, you know, you get a veteran of 20, 30 fights, whatever NUNEZ has had, and you put him with a kid that's a veteran of 3 fights and coming off a couple of year layoff. I mean, it's a good match. You know, you try to learn something from every fight, and he seemed to, you know, like he's going on the upward, you know, taking advantage of the situation, fighting in front of a lot of people. That right there could be a very maturing process, and you know, NUNEZ was coming to survive, and Anaya, you know, had his hands in good position, did some nice things, and the knockout didn't come. He didn't worry about it. There we see him landing a real crisp combination. I'm sure he's glad to be back. There's Henry Anaya cutting the ropes off of his brother.
NUNEZ, though, got himself a little cut there at the end of the 4th round for all of his trouble.
As he's towed off by the ever-capable Ariel Conde.
Who, if you look real close, you see him in a lot of corners in a lot of fights. Anaya posing for the cameras. And I wonder what's taking them so long to collect these score sheets in a 4-round fight.
Usually the mark of a close decision. I don't think that's the case this time.
No, as Henry Tafoya is down there trying to gather the cards. Clearly to us, and again unofficially, a shot.
Has it 40-35. Judge has it 40-35. Judge Jim Bagshaw has it 40-34. Winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Charles Poison Anaya.
All right, Charlie Anaya, winner by unanimous decision, improves to 3-0, 1 draw, remains at 1 knockout. Anybody's guess what JUAN NUNEZ's real record is, but in our books he drops down to 6-11.